The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on Newberry Real Estate, we are live here at the Renewal by Andersen Design Center. Hurricane season is here. You need to protect your windows also. They say the Florida market is going terribly. I disagree. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
Have you been threatened by the IRS? You are not helpless. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and fight levies on your accounts. I'm Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A wonderful show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. Hurricane season is not just on its way. Hurricane season is now here. What are some ways that you need to protect your home for hurricane season? Also, I've been reading all of these reports about, people are moving out of Florida now. I will tell you why I do not buy those reports whatsoever. And also, you have investment property. Should you rent those investment properties yourself or have a property manager do that for you? Great questions that we will answer by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today. To my left, my dear friend, the man over at Renewal by Andersen, Dan Brigman, is here. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing great, Justin.
First of all, for the first time ever, where are we?
We are at our showroom here at 1660 Lee Road, Orlando, Florida.
I love it. Hurricane season is here now. A lot of people talk about, well, I need to make sure my roof is okay. I need to make sure we put all the trash cans in the garage. I don't hear people talking about windows as much in preparation for hurricane season. They really should.
Absolutely. Hurricane season can sneak up on us. And, there's a turnaround time on getting windows, so you need to really be thinking about it now. Don't wait until, you see the first storm out in the middle of the ocean to start thinking about hurricane windows. Hurricanes are dangerous here in Florida. We have all types of things that can go wrong. If your windows come out, you spoke about roofs. If you lose your windows during the middle of a hurricane, you could potentially then lose your roof because your house will decompress. So there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to hurricane season.
Yeah, and we are at the design center here. People can come here, obviously, and check out these windows. And I think there's just when you knock on them or you jiggle them a little bit, a lot of people have windows that are very bad in their houses. And I think that, at least in my estimation, that we've had a lot of developers who have thrown up houses in these huge neighborhoods and not really invested in good quality windows. A lot of people are dealing with that in Florida. What's the difference? Well,
there's a big difference. And first of all, I don't blame the builders, right? I mean, they build a house and they have maybe a 10-year warranty on the foundation and a warranty on the roof, but everything else pretty much has a 1-year warranty. So it doesn't make sense for them to put a very high quality. So there's a lot of differences that go into it. The amount of argon, the amount of energy efficient the window is, the construction of it. In Florida, we have so many municipalities, we have this thing called design pressure and or DP rating. And when you get into some of the builder grade windows, they're not nearly rated the way that they should be for some of these storms we may be getting. And then the actual make of the window. You see a lot of new construction aluminum windows being put in, or vinyl, which just simply doesn't hold up in Florida. And the big difference is we have a composite frame window fabrics, and it's made to withstand the test of time.
Yeah, and Florida, obviously the weather here is a little bit more volatile than other parts of the country as well. Do you think that windows are even more important for Florida homeowners as opposed to the rest of the country?
Yeah, we have all the climates, right? We have the moisture climate coming in. We have the hot months. We have some chilly months, and then we have the rain, and all of the, and then the beating sun daily, and as people say, if you don't like the weather in Florida, wait 5 minutes. And that's constantly beating on these windows. And so you have to have something that is durable through all of those climates. And it's Truly important.
QR code on the screen right now. Dan will be happy to come out to your house and see you. It costs you absolutely nothing to see what your windows really are doing. And you talk about your electricity bill, very adversely affected by your windows often too. And Dan, my last house, I could go stand by the window on a hot day and it would literally be hot in that part of my house. Is that normal?
Well, it shouldn't be, but it is, and this is why. We spoke about builder grade windows earlier. When you buy a brand new window, whether it's a cheaply built window or a high-end window, what you have to know is how long will that window last? In builder grade windows, the reason you're feeling that heat is argon is only expected to last in the window for a few short years if the technology is not right. So what's happening is that argon has dissipated. The low E has dissipated off the outside of the window, and what happens is that allows white light to come in. So when you're in front of that window, it's like sitting in your car without it running. That it's heating up quick.
Yeah, it's scary actually. And then you think about when the hurricanes do roll through, you almost feel the shaking in those windows sometimes. That can't be normal. That's got to be a sign of some bad windows.
It is. Again, when we're talking about builder grade windows, none of these things come with what they call sash track or pressure tracks. And what that is it's tracks that hold pressure against the window to hold them stable. Builder grade windows don't do that, so you need to look at custom window, Renewal by Andersen. They have all the fixes for these things that break in short amount of time.
And while we are at the design center right now, obviously, I think the vast majority of your customers don't even ever come here because part of what you do, your design consultants who are out there visiting your customers, you almost take the design center to their home when you go sit with them.
We do. We have a design center on our iPads that we go out to the home. And the good thing is we're not going to come out there and try to sell you something you don't need. The good thing about a Renewal by Andersen window, it's not only a well-made window, it's aesthetically pleasing. Those two things are hard to find in a window. So we're able to come out. We have a virtual design center inside of our iPad that we can actually show you how these windows are going to look. We've got over 432 different selections of how you can make a window and how you can just make your home up here like a brand new home at the same old address.
Yeah, and your windows, affordable obviously when you look at the market, but windows in general are always going to be an investment for a family. You've made it easy for people to get new windows on their home if they need them.
We sure have, and I don't know about the rest of the folks out there, but when you make a major purchase like this, whether it be a swimming pool, a house full of windows, a roof, it's tough just to stroke a check. And so what we did, being the large company we are, we go out and we find brokers and finance companies that work with us, and we provide super low interest rates, and we have great finance plans like 12 months, no payments, 24 months, no payments, 48 months minimum payment, no interest. So there's a lot of ways, and at the end of the day, when you take that and you reduce that energy bill, your payment is more than affordable.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of times net positive because these windows really do lower your electricity bill significantly. You look at the payment you make per month for the windows, and again, these brokers, these loan companies want their business, and those savings are passed along to you. QR code on the screen, take out your phone right now. It'll go directly to Dan and Renewal by Andersen. They will be happy to come out and see you. And look, if your windows are fine, they're going to say, your windows are great. We'll see you in 5 years or 10 years. If your windows are not fine, you need to do something about it for hurricane season, safety, and it looks better as well. Dan, thanks for having us out, man.
Hey, it's always great to be here. We really appreciate you guys coming.
You got it. But Chelsea bought lunch, not you, right? Is that
yeah, she did.
I'll thank her. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Here's what we'll do. A very quick break. When we return, where is Vivian today? And also, you own real estate, right? You own a couple of investment properties. A lot of people have the same question. Should I handle these tenants? Should I handle renting out these properties myself? Or should I have a property manager do that for me? It's all just ahead as You Have Real Estate continues. It is getting hot outside, thankfully in my house.
Our house. Oh, yeah. It's our house. It's not just
yours,
buddy.
I always forget. In our house, it is not hot because Old Ash connected us with Duquesne. Our house feels amazing right now. It was hot before. It was.
And now it's cool.
Now it's cool.
I like it cool.
But I think it's a little bit too cool because you do a lot of things that you're not supposed to do. Here are the do's and don'ts of your AC unit. Do not leave the air conditioner running at a very low temperature all day and night for you.
Yeah.
It's recommended that you leave the temperature between 76 and 78. I'm laughing
that's
because
hot.
you
That's
never
hot.
leave it at 76 or
I do
78. I
not.
wake up in the middle of the night and I turn it up to where I hope you will forget the next morning to turn it back
I
down.
can feel it. So if that does happen, and let's say it's 78 in your house and you want to
As it
turn it
should
down,
be.
don't do it drastically to cool the home faster. So if it's like a 78, don't turn it to 60 like I might do. The perfect temperature for your house is usually between 72 to 74. That's where I like it.
Or if it's at 72 and you're just angry, you turn it down to like 60.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable to me. But also, don't stop the regular maintenance. You have to make sure you properly maintain your air conditioning, change the filter every 3 months, or even call over a technician to check it out maybe once a year to make sure that the drainage is good, the gas levels, and all the components with your system are set for the long haul.
And don't obstruct the unit itself. So don't put your pickleball bag there, to just leave it. So literally let the unit be. Don't put any kind of thing that might be in the garage or decorations or anything of that nature inside of the unit.
What if I'm hiding from you to drink a beer in the garage or something and I stand right there? Does that count?
Don't sit down right in front of the unit. Do it somewhere else.
And leaving doors open as well. I can't blame her for this one. We know
that's
not to
all
leave
you.
the outside doors open. We get that. But ACs are designed to cool individual rooms in your home, so you want to close the doors in each room, and that's going to really affect positively your efficiency.
Perfect. So I'll be inside, you be outside.
I love it. And speaking of efficiency, remember that the Duquesne Link's inverter heat pump is the right choice for you with Quick Link inverter technology, and it's incredibly quiet with its feature of Quiet Link. To learn more about Duquesne, like we did, visit the website on the screen or visit them on Facebook today. Thank you, Duquesne.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks to our great friends at Universal Roof and Contracting. Viv goes to your neighborhood every single week. Viv, where are you today?
Orlando's so vast that I decided to break down areas and neighborhoods within Orlando to highlight what makes them special. Today we are in South Orlando and we're going to visit the Vineland Outlet Mall, which caters to the many tourists that flock to Disney and Universal parks. It seems like every other block is a strip mall or outlet center for all those tourists that want to take home a souvenir. Some families stay for years to have a chance to spend a week to go to our parks, and there are plenty of resorts to accommodate them. But with the advent of private rentals through Airbnb or VRBO, they have access to almost any area around the attractions. Most developers had this in mind when building in this area, and the community should clearly state whether short-term rentals are allowed. This also means that these neighborhoods are of a more transient nature, since the owners don't necessarily live there. This is where I strongly suggest you have a professional agent guide you in the do's and don'ts of investing in Airbnbs and the importance of inspections on resales. You will still find plenty of homes that are for the many people that work for the attractions, and some very affordable. The median household income for this area is about $60,000. The median home value in 2023 was $265,000. You know what the added bonus of living in this area is? You're close to Mickey and lots of shopping. So many great restaurants and shows to enjoy. And don't forget to stop by and visit my friends at Caribbean Moonshine for some rum tasting and a bottle to go. Call me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400, and I will tell you what's available near Mickey for purchase.
Thank you, Vivian. Great area. Great place, too, by the way. Happy to be joined now by my good buddy, Chad Newberry, Newberry Realty. Brought a friend today. Who is this?
This is Dan.
Dan, what's up, man? Good to see you. How are you?
Good, about yourself?
So, I'm doing great, thank you. Chad, you're involved in sort of all aspects of real estate, if you really think about it, from contracting, lending, the whole shebang. But you never lost sight of the fact that at the end of the day, real estate has kind of always been your go-to in a lot of ways. Newberry Real Estate is doing so well, kind of migrating over even from the East Coast to Orlando. But I want to talk about property management a little bit first, because you do that, and a lot of real estate agents stay away from it. Why is that?
Well, I'm really not the property management expert. Dan is more of an expert in that arena. I got started in it because of Pat. So Pat's my broker partner, and she's an amazing property manager. And so she's always been doing it. So that just ended up becoming part of my agency at the beginning. And then Dan really wanted to get into property management, and he kept calling me wanting to join my agency. And I was like, have at it, because I don't.
So let's talk about that, Dan. Let's talk about property management a little bit, because a lot of people might own one house, two houses, maybe even 3 investment properties, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to pay anyone to handle it. I'm just going to handle the lease. I'm going to handle the evictions. I'm going to handle collecting rent. It can become a lot of work for people. Why should someone trust a property manager as opposed to doing it themselves?
Well, I think for Newberry, for instance, we've had 32 years of experience in property management, just a little under 200 doors currently. And so, I mean, we take on the advertisement, the repairs. You know, you're not getting a call at 2 a.m. and having a tenant call you saying the bathroom's leaking from a toilet, right? We handle all of that. And so, what is your time worth? I think that's really what it comes down to for the owners of the houses.
And also, you think about leverage, and I say leverage because people are like, I don't want to pay a property manager. Number one, it's not that expensive for them. It really is not that expensive. But I think it can actually save money for property owners because you have leverage. You have connections with vendors. You have connections with people who can come in and do the work, oftentimes saving your homeowner money.
Exactly. So, for instance, we had a landlord that needed an AC replaced, and they got a quote from another company that cost was it around $7,800. We got them a quote with a 10-year warranty of 5 years of labor as well for around $6,200.
Yeah.
So saving a lot of money for our landlords as well.
And not dealing with those headaches and those late night calls and then trying to go fix it yourself. I'm a big advocate for having a property manager. If you have one investment property, maybe not, but even then I think you should. But certainly if you have 2, 3, 4, you almost have to get a property manager. It's not worth dealing with it yourself. You know, Chad, do you agree? I know it's not your area of expertise, but tell me I'm not crazy.
No, I agree, because I have a friend, Cecilia, who lives in LA, and she has a property in Raleigh, and she can't get it rented, and she's trying to do it herself. And I'm like, you need a property manager in Raleigh. Go get a property manager in Raleigh. They'll solve the problem in just a few days, I would think. So.
A lot of real estate agents have gotten into this business over the last 2 or 3 years. They've seen the skyrocketing cost of homes and said, oh, I want to be a real estate agent. But I think there's maybe some free agent type real estate agents out there as well, or maybe agents who feel like their brokers taking advantage of them. Are you taking on new agents now, and why would be a good reason for me to sign up with you?
Yeah, so we're based in Daytona Beach, and we are a small agency. We have a lot of specialties, so property management, I do real estate development, and I find a lot of the realtors that are looking to expand their portfolio of services and diversify themselves in real estate, they're kind of seeking Newberry out. And then also with my next real estate development project happening in College Park, we're going to be expanding from Daytona Beach to the Orlando market here in a few months.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for agents. And I think that your knowledge of all of the ancillary things around just buying and selling real estate can be a huge help, whether it's construction, financing. I mean, don't you think all of that knowledge that you bring helps agents that are with your agency?
Yeah, so I think because I know construction, I know real estate development, I understand real estate, Pat knows property management, and I try to coach my agents as much as possible, doing some business coaching to help them to grow their business, because real estate is changing drastically right now. So I think it's really important for them to have some guidance and to diversify. And I think I have a lot of knowledge to give them.
Yeah, I'm putting a QR code on the screen for you right now. Whether you own investment properties and need a property manager, I would reach out to Newberry today. Or if you're an agent looking for a place to really hang your shingle that you can learn other areas of real estate as well, I would reach out to them right away. Now, Dan, Chad's always been super nice to us. What's he like to work with, though? You have to tell me.
Chad's great to work with. He's great to work with.
Good job. Good answer. Yeah, good answer.
That's a good answer, right? Yeah. I'm trying to see if you're like blinking twice at me or anything. No?
I am.
You're good. What is your real estate story? How did you get involved?
So I started about 4 years ago up in Michigan. I have my license up in Michigan as well, and then I moved down here about 1.5 years ago. Started a team with another brokerage. I called Chad several times. He's like, you don't want to join us. You don't want to come here. No. And so probably about 7 months later, I called Chad again and I said, I want to meet with you guys. And it was a great decision. Him and Pat are just a wealth of knowledge and great people to be around.
I think what it was when he first got here, he moved to Daytona area from Michigan, and we weren't the greatest like getting leads to agents. And he was like, I need leads. And I was like, you don't? And he's like, but you do real estate development and you do property management. He's like, I want to work with you guys. And I was like, we're not a good fit. And then he called me back and he's like, okay, I don't need the leads anymore. I just want to learn everything you guys know. So I'm joining your team. And I'm like, all right.
It's like, you don't go to a car dealership and the car sales guy's like, yo, you don't want this new Nissan, right? It's like, was that reverse psychology or you really meant it?
I guess it worked. I don't know.
Chad, Dan, always a pleasure to see you guys. Nice to meet you. Newberry Realty. Keep up the great work, buddy.
Thanks.
See you soon. Here's what we're going to do, a very quick break. When we return, I've been reading these articles that people are leaving Florida in droves. Not true. You Have Real Estate continues. Here we are on an actual job site with Justin and Corey, Universal Roof and Contracting. A lot of roofing companies literally don't even come out from beginning to end. You're here literally from beginning to end.
Yeah, from the first appointment. This is a big decision. It's a big investment and it's a lot to think about. So I think I came here 4 times total and sat down with the homeowner at his kitchen table, and we just talked this out step by step, making sure it was the next right move for him.
Yeah, and financing is available. When you buy a new roof, it can be expensive. We get it. Your prices are great, obviously, but a roof is going to be expensive no matter what. You've made it easy to get a new roof.
We sure have. We have payment plans. We have flexible financing. We have all kinds of avenues we can go down with you to make sure you're getting the best interest rates and the most flexible monthly payment, just to make sure you're not being put in a position you don't want to be in.
Yeah, and it's hurricane season now. Literally, hurricane season is coming right up. If you have a leaky roof, your roof is aging, Universal Roof and Contracting will come out and see you totally free of charge. Literally get on your roof and see what is going on, things that maybe you cannot see, and it costs you nothing. QR code is on the screen, or call the phone number as well. And that's what you do that is different. You do come out, you sit with the homeowner and really evaluate what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, these satellite estimates, that's garbage.
Which is what everybody's doing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's complete garbage. For instance, on this house, I noticed that there was some bad stucco. You can't see that from a satellite. So we knew to be prepared and to paint that expectation up front for the homeowner. And being general contractors, we knew that we could, figure that out and fix it all in one big swoop.
Trustworthy as well. Universal's been around a long time.
31 years, man. We're not going anywhere. We're deeply rooted in this area, and that's we built our entire reputation on honesty, integrity, and nothing's going to change moving forward.
I'm happy to be out here at a real job site with you, but I've already seen you in action. You did my roof as well and did a great job. And again, it wasn't just the roof. There were other things involved as well. Keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you, man.
As always,
Appreciate
good to see you. Do yourself a favor right now. Check out Universal Roof and Contracting today. Welcome back to the show. You might have read some articles recently saying that people are leaving Florida now. Look, I'm not buying it whatsoever. People are kind of moving around Florida, yes, but people are still coming here in droves. I'm incredibly bullish on this real estate market, and I think we have still maybe 2 or 3 really good years ahead. So don't listen to some of these articles. I don't believe them whatsoever. In fact, I have read 2 articles over the last 3 days about one of the fastest growing areas of not just Florida, but the United States in general, and that is Ocala. Ocala is booming. People are telling you to invest your money in Ocala. Speaking of Ocala, who am I joined with? Elisha Lopez is here. How are you?
Wonderful.
It's booming. Ocala's going insane. Do you feel it?
Oh, absolutely.
What is going on up there? Why are people just discovering Ocala, and why is Ocala booming now?
Well, we've been growing for years. Back in 2008 when the market crashed, it's kind of everything paused because everybody moves north. And by the time they got to Marion County is when the market crashed. So we've been experiencing exponential growth for years. And like the word is out and everybody wants to be where we are because the prices are more affordable.
I do agree that some people are moving out of South Florida. Miami in particular, people are migrating from there, just like you did, just like Dallas did a long time ago. And I understand that, but a lot of these people that are leaving Florida are just moving to different parts of Florida. I mean, you're seeing a lot of people come from South Florida to Ocala, and it's a very different lifestyle. What is life like in Ocala?
Well, it's old Florida, country, and it's kind of funny because I'm beach girl, city girl, grew up in Miami, and now here I fell in love with the country, which I never would have thought. I'm selling vacant land, grazing land with cows, and it's just incredible. Like, you don't expect to go from the big city to a quiet spot.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the listings are flying off the shelves in Ocala as well, but you have listings right now. One in particular I saw, this is 7374 Southwest 74th. That's the only thing I don't like about Ocala, actually. It's the Southwest 74th, this and that. I get confused with that, but everything else about Ocala I love. Tell me about this property, 7374.
So it's a 55 plus, or we like to call it active adult community, and there's HOA is only $58 a month, so you love that. Yes. The pool is getting built, but it's a 4-2 3-car garage on a little over a quarter of an acre, and it backs up to kind of a retention area where they're going to be building like a path, a garden, a walkway, but it's incredible. The price is only $284.
$284 for that? Do you know what that would cost here? We're sitting here in Winter Park. That would cost, I mean, that one might be $700,000 right here.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And that's affordable too, even as interest rates have gone up. When you start talking in the 280s, your payment is, I don't know, Dallas, what do you think? What's your payment? He doesn't want me to put pressure on him like that. But your payment on 280, even at like a 7% interest rate, is probably $2,300 or something. I don't know. I'm going to get myself in trouble right now, but it's an affordable payment. When you start,
taxes are low.
That's the tax, and the HOA too is very, very little.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see this property, I can show it to you right now. We can look at it together this weekend. QR code is on the screen, which will connect you directly with Elisha, or call the phone number on the screen and you can literally go see this property today. Again, if you have a family and you don't want to rent anymore, but you feel priced out of this area, Marion County is a great place and much more affordable as well. Or if you're looking to buy investment property, I think Ocala is absolutely booming. You can't go wrong investing in Ocala real estate, that's for sure. Where do you think we go over the next, say, year and a half with the whole Marion County area real estate-wise?
Well, there's a lot of land to build on in Marion County for sure, so I don't see it slowing down at all because of the affordability factor. 40%, almost 40% less than the rest of the state. Yeah. They're going to keep building and building and growing, and I'm going to keep selling real estate.
When people first move to Ocala from other parts of Florida, or other parts of America really, and you meet with them, what are some of the things they tell you?
Well, I just had buyers from Connecticut, and they said, could you just like get us from point A to point B on scenic roads? Because we want to see the horse farms, the rolling hills, the oak trees. And it's just absolutely beautiful.
It is. It's a great place to live. Any other properties? Is that the one you wanted to show me to show her? Okay, yes, go ahead. This is a very good investment, if I remember correctly.
So definitely something to hold for future appreciation. It's 11.39 acres, and it's in the Southwest 80th Avenue corridor where there's a lot of development going on. Right. They're saying in the next 10 years this area will be just like the Villages. So the infrastructure is getting planned out, and it is $2.8 million, but whoever sits on it and holds it, it's going to easily double in a couple years.
Make a ton of money. I would check this one out today if you're looking at investing in land. This is a fantastic one. Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to our friends at Renewal by Andersen for having us out here in Winter Park. Tyson, Ivan, Derek, Ryan, thank you guys for coming out. Not Philip. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.